wɔde abɔ mpɛmpɛn akɔpie mu ɛwɔ Morocco yɛkɔhwɛ ɛkwan a ɔmo so ɛfa so develop ɔmo women's football Nuhu sɛ bibia yɛbɔkɔdeɛ Ghana for ayaso etie
yɛnyina yɛbɛhwɛ in terms of women football the gap between Europe and Africa no emu wa pa and in recent FIFA World Cups akoso nyina no clear evidence of that gap na that Europe and African team no the last World Cup of France that's 2019 yɛnyina African countries omo South Africa, Cameroon, Nigeria, and our performance no was just not convincing enough. And share that gap now that Europe for no in terminal Africa move pa. And I'm at Morocco for I imagine say no. This is a time for them to close the gap between them and Europe. And over in Africa, Krana, say a can't women's footballer. You mention Nigeria, you mention Ghana, you mention Equatorial Guinea, then you mention Cameroon. And I'm saying you say Zambia for so Edo Muhajimasi so much qualify for Olympic Games for the very first time in the history of women's football. But I think Morocco for how Ombesi a close to gap no. Cutting up Ghana, Nigeria, and Equatorial Guinea, then they break the gap between them and the Europeans. No? And Omo Tenase, Omo president, that's the Football Federation president, Fuzi Lekja, and then call for Tenase, no more designing a 4-year development master plan. My main friend plan, master plan, because so I should no matter what plan for the next 4 years now. I can tell you, say in the next 4 years, you who say Morocco dominating in women's football in Africa, and now they are also you be one. And Osha omo 4-year development plan on Matemu 3. Omo the sporting development aspect of the game. Omo the financial investment, no more technical growth. Now over the sporting development now, for the very first time in Morocco football, omo ebelante professional women's league. For the very first time in the history of Moroccan football, omo professional league Morocco ma football that almost started with 2020-2021 season. And the omo say omo the professional league neba no omo started a national division 1. No somebody on babo. And omo we nyina no omo making sure say they are developing talent. And in each of the teams no babo professional league no any division 1 no omo ayen share set team be register just 25 players. And so who register 25 players every match babo so all started with the match now. When I saw starting lineup no there should be 4 players who are under 21 players. Into the sporting development aspect of our plan. So no and almost I say every first team of the professional league division 1 no should give the players professional contract. Also so they just pursue Ghana you bought women's league but amateur league. Most of the players now you who almost Muboma and Pumdakwani no contract there amateur contract. That's why I'll call her incident players Kayino. And Morocco for no they almost started with professional contract for each and every single player of the ball. And they're my first teams of the professional league and division 1 no. Now baby a more story no the financial investment. The Morocco Football Federation I say starting from 2020-2021 season each club the amount of $130,000 serve for the next 4 years. See, I start the season be a team be a women's team. Morocco, our bomb professional league no, $130,000. Now, on multimedia, I boy. Celebrate me as I bought I'm multimedia players. Kaye, and on division 1 also on each and every club $87,000. Because say, Emma professional teams na so mo Premier League teams no an amount of $130,000 no almost set up a salary cap for each and every single player. Morocco say at least so women's football club Morocco na untimi twa player kakra €350 monthly should be enough for you to pay for a women's football player in Morocco. Our bottom flight. And because almost each and every club $87,000 in the Division 1 for the next 4 years, no. Or my share such a Division 1 club, Morocco football more. Or players went to Mukakra also clear €260 per month for them. And so Osha or clubs no an amount as part of their preparations towards the season, and because of Munim says Kano enough for the clubs to be able to pay remuneration to their players, no, or more I set up salary cap. So you're women's footballer, Morocco, about Premier League now. One nakra €350 a month should be your salary. And a first division also €260 per month should be the salary for Morocco first division. And that's the financial aspect. About the technical aspect of the game now, the man say starting from the 2022-2023 season. So obi and that's all your coach, not over coach of Morocco. Top flight in the football now. Also crack calf license A. So crack calf license A, yeah, that means your assistant should be holding calf license B. And starting from the same season, that 2022-2023 season, no. And also first division teams, Morocco. So crack calf license B, you will never be able to coach them. One idea or more here in the technical growth aspect of or more plan now, many agent who say starting from the 2020-2021 season, yeah, you can watch me. So all your team and that's all your team, Morocco. Your assistant coach, whether you like it or yes, should be a woman. So yeah, women's football team, Morocco. Now about Division 1, now about Premier League, Morocco. Coach and that's what assistant coach should be a woman, and that's a massive plan. Morocco for not to me. They are to acquim. They are omuye nyina no. Answer. They are omuye nyina no. Omu target nyina say by the year 2024, no more 1,000 women's coaches Morocco. That's the target. Say by the year 2024, now more 1,000 as coaches and as technical staff for Morocco women's football. No, and another aim was to say by the year 2024, no more 90,000 women's footballers in Morocco. What did you not to since 2000, our qualified for African Cup of Nations. No, or qualified, and the target is that by the year 2022, they have to be able to qualify for the Women's African Cup of Nations, and then 2024 going so no, our target is qualifying to the Women's World Cup. And it's also a choir Morocco for a designer or more 4-year development plan. Some person will develop a women's footballer. And in the next 4 years, if you see Morocco competing with Nigeria, Equatorial Guinea, Ghana, South Africa.
Yeah, quite a museum beside now you cash injections. I remember football crying being from
the other one said
87 and my Division 1 in Morocco budget $87,000.
Yes.
Now premium member credit one
it's quite
Premier League grand saying. Oh Messiah.
And me tweeting story no me tweeting story no, and one reaction I mean now from one of the Black Queens players, they say and they say to be able to Morocco akobobo as what kind you say and say ente omeko Morocco akobobo, and because Morocco Football Federation the designer say you know omo to make sure say the big teams in Morocco, Raja Casablanca with that athletic club far about mo omo to me akonya some establish women's teams almost started the free what I say by the year 2024 no so mutimi enya 90,000 women's footballers they are good to go and with 1,000 technical staff that means they are getting closer to where they believe say they can close the gap between them and Europe. Now European football, and I say in terms of women's football, European football no far ahead of Africa, and I reflect on World Cup no omushaya 6-0 5-0 now say France friendly matches or Mali no ahyɛ 11 ɔkyɛ Nigeria no ahyɛ 8 ɔkyɛ Ghana no ahyɛ 11 Germany no afrɛ Ghana friendly no ahyɛ 11 no ahyɛ 10 you clearly see say the gap is just wide and the ama Europe for no etimi ekɔ mo nim nyina no say they've started investing in women's football. Yes, you see as Europe and also so yɛmfa France as example. So also mo teams are mo bɔ mo modern in the UEFA Women's Champions League. The Paris Saint-Germain, Olympique Lyonnais, Saint-Etienne. Mo no mo yare, mo bɔ mo modern. So also now ba England. So you can the Women's Premiership. Manchester City, the Arsenal, the Liverpool, Chelsea said. But over Africa, the situation is different. Teams with some Melody Sundowns, Mono also come establish women's teams. No Munibi, El Ali Nibi, Zamalek Nibi, Akara Fuku Nibi, Kumasa Sateko Nibi, Aseki Nibi. And team develop players in here because players no starting no more. Now remuneration no, there aqua problem. Then player na bembebu. Do be answer be jai football no. What I say, and Morocco Fono is trying as much as possible to get Africa to the level and more starting. Other football federations, and other football associations, can also learn to set a salary cap for a women's footballer in Morocco. Set one jekra monthly, or say team bia and as a player bia team 350 euros per month. There, massive for women's football.
Man, Premier League in Ukraine, be a question. Sebe, ye be boy na.